All right, what's going on, folks? This is Matt here for Dark One Linux Tech Gaming, where it's the fusion of Linux technology and gaming, and we are going to talk about the death of Kotaku and gaming journalism. Oh, Kotaku. I have a love-hate relationship with you. I love to fucking hate you. I want to get this part out of the way before any of the dumbasses come out of the ground. It sucks that people are quitting and losing their job over this. However, it's a business. You can definitely not agree with the business decision. I get that. For those that don't know, the editor-in-chief of Kotaku recently resigned over the fact that Geo Media, the parent company for Kotaku, is changing Kotaku's directive to go to guides as opposed to going to news and editorial pieces. It's a business decision. Anybody who doesn't get that guides are evergreen content and your hit piece of the week is just that. One is a perpetual long-term moneymaker. Yours is a short-term gain. The quota, from what I've heard, is 50 a week with 7 writers. That's a little absurd, especially on some games. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna really write a full guide for, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or something. Yeah, no. But that part aside, I'm not sad to see this happen to the games press and the game journalism people. A lot of it's self-inflicted. I can barely remember a time in the last 20 years that hasn't been an antagonistic relationship with the games press, game media, and its audience. This weird elitist, we know better than you, we know what's art. Like, bro, you guys couldn't tell art if it fucking jacked you upside the fucking head with a fucking wrench. Because here's the thing I have found with the games press. They more or less want design by committee, sterile, conformist bullshit. Our art style only. Thank you. So, for me, as a gamer, the evil person that I am, as a gamer, bruh, some of my favorite games would be like EDI games. Like, I actually like Tell Me Why. I played the whole game. Cool. It's about a trans character, but it's not the central focus. It's like the central focus of the story, but to get to the point, it's not the central focus. It's about the struggle. Here's the thing. I liked Horizon Forbidden West. I don't give a shit that I'll always buy, whatever. I didn't hate the redesign for the Tomb Raider trilogy. Like, whatever. But do I also like 60 characters? Fuck yeah. Like, I like quiet. Like, I like big anime titties. Who fucking cares? Do your art design. You do you, bruh. That's what I care about. What I care about is the original vision and design that people have being altered by companies like Sweet Baby, potentially, and that vision being done by a committee. That is where I take issue. If you're altering the vision, this can go with localization and all that shit. That's where it changes. And all of this ties into gaming journals because of Gamergate 2.0. Sweet Baby was the one that started it. Because somebody made a list of games that Sweet Baby was involved with and said, hey, if you don't want these topics involved or the vision changed, this company is involved. Here's a list of games. Then they're like, oh, hey, we're going to take this and take a Steam account and everything else. You are so full of shit to go and play victim and say, oh, we can take the heat. Then you protect your accounts on social. Don't start fires if you can't handle them. And then you have your buddies in the gaming press, because here's the part that nobody talks about, is the incestuous nature of the gaming press, consulting, PR, developers, and publishers that they all have. You have to build relationships with these guys. You have to build relationships with the PR firms, which in turn you build relationships with the developers. So therefore you're going to build these relationships. They get personal, and then it's hard to separate business from personal for a lot of people. And that gray area is where a lot of gaming press sit. And so a lot of them are afraid to go this way with a differing opinion on somebody's project, simply based on the fact that they can lose access to everything else. That's really what it boils down to. So again, I give two shits about EDI. I've actually played EDI games. What I give a shit about is this narrative that, you know, gaming journalism is going to die. And it's like, bruh, when you guys have been this antagonistic to the audience and you backed the wrong goddamn horse this time and it blew up in your fucking face, that's on you. You guys put the gun to your own head about 20 years ago, because the last group of real journalists would probably have been the folks over at GameSpot. And I'm talking like Alex Navarro, Greg Kasavin. That era of folks was probably the last time there was any real game journalist that didn't fucking hate the medium. Because the rest of y'all dumb motherfuckers that are in it currently generally tend to fucking hate the medium. You want to know why you guys can't survive on anything but going the wrestling mentality, which is basically play the heel, you know, negative drives clicks, because that's all you guys can come up with. You can't come up with any substantive, well, you're an idiot. Here's the argument. If you know the inside industry, because I've been inside of it, then you know that it's flawed. But none of you motherfuckers can really take any self-analytical looks at what you guys do, what you might have done, and what you might have done wrong. But you expect everybody else to do that. It comes across as elitist. It comes across as gatekeeping. And it's hypocritical to no end. So flip the fucking mirror around this time and say, what did we do wrong? Because that's the way you come into self-improvement and get back to real gaming journalism without being the mouthpiece and the third-party PR machine for games and the publishers and developers of them. Because that's all the fuck you are now. Generally speaking, for probably 99% of game journalists. Here's your PR from Evolve. Please read. Please put it out on this day. Here's your review embargo. And you know what I'm talking about.